Mzansi, it's coming. Can you feel it?
Now, can somebody just explain to me why Ashley Ogle would say that she is kind of like a virgin? Because I'm still very, very, very confused as that statement. Because even when she tried to, support her statement, she said, it is what you feel in your mind or what you think that matters. I'm like, Auntie, if multiple bullard are inside you, it means you have been bullard. Don't come and twist it that you have not been bullard. And getting right into the conversation on this video, Mshini had a very nice time during the dinner evening towards night time with Google. And, Google is older than her. And here she was talking about how she was feeling a bit inferior. But right now, she really doesn't care anymore. She feel if people like Google and the likes of the other housemates like Philile can look this good at the age they are, who is she not to? Because earlier on, even before the show, and when she even got to the show, she was thinking like, what, I'd love to have extra bum, extra boobs, extra this, and, look like this and all the 9 yards. And here was Google telling her that, no, you look perfect just like this. If you were to add extras like do a BBL, it wouldn't really fit you. You're perfect in the shape that you are. And I think this was a conversation that was meant for every one of us, because at some point in life, we feel that way.
I'm actually almost like a virgin. You only remember the things you choose to remember.
I was so insecure because I wanted to look like, to have like booty, you understand?
And can we now have this conversation? It is official to say that, and it's well-meaning rather, that we say that BK is the most listening housemate in the house at the moment. BK has listened to Nsuku rant about different things. He has listened to Ashley Ogle, and now he's having a very good conversation with Nate. Why is it that anytime I want to call Nate's name, the first thing that just comes to my mind is Nate the lesbian? Oh my God. I hope that's not offensive, right? Anyways, so there was a kitchen moment. I think this was after he had a conversation with Ugo. Biki was doing some cleanup in the kitchen, and there he was, and Nate was also there helping him out. They were doing it together, and then they were having random conversations. Now, these conversations moved from random things, right, to a place where Biki was talking about how he does not like a fight. He does not like unnecessary confrontations. He likes it when people are mellow. It helps him think straight and nice. And we also heard Nate say that, yeah, she doesn't really do well with confrontations, but then she would decide to, calm down and listen to someone talk, especially when the person has to, start saying some kind of things about her, either tacky, insultive, or utterly trying to let her know what she did that was wrong. And I really liked that conversation until they moved. Not that I'm not saying that I did like the other part, right? This now moved to Nate talking about her manipulative relationship. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this particular relationship she was talking about was the last one she was in before she got into Biggie's house. And it was so manipulative that she could not even breathe. Almost everything she was doing was a problem. Almost anywhere she wanted to go was now a time for her partner to, find a way to lord over her, control her, or come off overprotective in an obsessive way. Now, she went on to start by saying that the relationship got so bad that it became a routine of apologies, a routine of just sorry, morning, afternoon, night. There is always multiple stories without having deep conversations, without improving each other. She went on to say how her partner would tell her that, come on, you're 24 or you're so and so age, you're grown up, why would you be eating like that? Why are you eating fast? And according to her, according to Nate, I eat fast because I would not like my food to get cold. If food gets cold, I do not like it. And that I can resonate to. So in my family members know that I like food at least warm, but hot foods are the best. If it is cold, I'm not going to eat that shit, you know. And then she went on to talk about how anywhere she wants to go, her partner is trying to follow her around. If they're in an Uber, she would, tell Nate not to speak to the Uber driver. And her excuse is that, you don't know how people act or think, how men behave, how they could, easily want to attack you and all the 9 yards. But then Nate said that her partner can talk to anyone, do whatever she wants, and it is not a problem. And here was, BK saying that, come on, if you guys have a thing in a relationship and you cannot talk about it and fix that issue, he cannot stay in such a relationship. He does not like that. He cannot stay with such a person. It is not it becomes a prison and not a relationship of expression and building. And I cannot help but agree with him.
Afraid of fight.
Bring my mood down. I like it when everyone is in love.
To get irritated this whole thing, like I'm eating fast. He eats and she's so disgusted and I don't care. Like, it's slow. I'm like, no, this is gonna get cold. Uber drives. I'm not allowed to look down. And when I get dizzy, I'm not allowed to talk to the drivers. You don't know how men are. But she can talk to the drivers. I was conditioned to
What do you struggle with your partner and they can't tell you? I question that kind of love. Now your relationship is more about grief than
I'm
growth.
sorry.
And at this point, if KB has to continue with her attitude, then a lot of people are going to gang up on her and get to vote her out of the competition. At the moment, she should be grateful, although she doesn't know, so I'm sure she's still scared. She should be grateful that the first eviction is a fake eviction, because you see the likes of the new housemates, Nsuku, Philile, Melino and Tipali, they all voted her to be up for eviction. Now, we saw a time where two of the new housemates had a conversation. That was Philile and Melino. And here he was talking about how he heard the statement she was making that KB was making towards Nsuku. And she also certainly made that statement to him that, you know what, you are in this show because of me. And it's simple. Big Brother has told them that the moment you're certified as a housemate, you're fully a housemate. Your life or your show power is not dependent on another housemate. But then KB is putting it out there that because she voted for them to stay, that they should, be quiet around her, comport themselves, whatever she says is what is going to be respected. And that's not how it's supposed to be. And here is Melino saying that, that statement and that sense of attitude and the way she carries herself has spoiled his game and his strategy. At the moment, all I'm thinking about is if this guy takes it like that, then he might just end up failing. And maybe he didn't deserve being on the show, because who gives two shits what another housemate thinks about you? For now, we see that Philile is still considering that maybe other housemates are thinking the same thing. And then we saw when, what's her name? Nsuku, who had the issue with KB, came around. I was like, that girl's saying trash. That is KB. How would KB say that we're still on probation when people that has approved that were fully housemates? All I care about right now is to see how this dynamic goes. If KB continues on that path that she has chosen of loving Savage and then trolling the new housemates, then she might just be on her way to leave the show.
If you can do that to her, who's me? Who's you? And who's
Sipana. We also waiting, when is she gonna say that to us? So remember that I pushed you. So
did change my game plan a bit.
Some are also thinking that, but they're not voicing it out. But
what you told Rena that you are now officially housemate?